Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some more tips for the treasure hunt event. I'll walk you through all the field supply crate locations across every map, and by the end, we'll figure out the best method and the best map to play if you want to maximize the number of treasure maps you can collect. Right now, treasure crates are available in Zero Dam and Brakkesh, while Layali Grove is still on the way. Even though you can already find Layali treasure maps, the treasure crates there aren't active yet. According to the Chinese officials, they will be added to Layali on August 29th. So if you find any Layali maps before then, make sure to hold on to them until the crates become active. Since every map has both helicopter patrols and Alan Walker airdrops, we're guaranteed to get at least 2 treasure maps from just those. On top of that, you can earn additional maps by looting field supply crates. Even in Zero Dam, there are some field supply crate locations that you may not know about, as there are a total of 12 scattered across the map. So let's start with Zero Dam. I'll begin on the cement plant side of the map and then work our way toward the visitor center. For the first crate, you'll need a recon operator because you have to power up the truck lock using Recon's tactical ability. Next, let's move on to Riverbank, where there are 4 crates in that area. I highly recommend traveling through this path unless you're rushing straight into the admin. For now, I'll go through the easier ones as quickly as possible, and I'll stop to explain things in detail if any location needs extra clarification. By the end of this video, we'll also be able to see the drop rates of treasure maps from field supply crates, since I'll be looting all of them in a single match using a private lobby. This way, we can figure out whether looting these crates is actually worth your time, and if it is, we'll also discover which map offers the highest drop rate of treasure maps. Trust me, the results are not what you'd expect, so make sure to stick around until the end. I also looted the airdrops just for fun, but I won't include them in the final count since we're only focusing on the treasure maps obtained from field supply crates. Now, many players don't know about the next 2 crate locations. They can be found in these tunnels between the substation and the visitor center. Hardly anyone bothers to loot this path, which means it's basically free loot every time you pass through. From Zero Dam's field supply crates, we only managed to pull 2 treasure maps, which isn't ideal. Of course, these numbers can vary since it's all based on RNG. Next up, we have Layali. The first crate here is located behind this steel door, and to access it, you'll need to complete the Breach Specialist contract in the train station. Since this mission is fairly rare, most of the time, you won't be able to loot that particular crate. In Layali, there are basically 19 field supply crates, but if the plane crash event is active, that number drops down to 15. So in Layali, I won't be able to loot all the crates in a single run, so I'll first cover the map when the plane crash event is active. While you can still get treasure maps from field supply crates in Layali, most of them will actually be for Zero Dam or Brakkesh, since the drop rates for Layali maps are currently very low. This will be fixed once the Layali event goes live. Another thing to note is that only the PC version has Layali in normal mode, while the mobile version only has easy mode available. Because of this, the map drop rates on mobile will be even lower compared to PC. As I mentioned earlier, this particular crate inside the plane is only available when the plane crash event is active. If the event isn't active, it gets replaced by 5 additional crates in that same spot. I'll cover those 5 crates after going through all the ones that are always available. I actually forgot to loot the one near Amnia Village and had to travel all the way back for it. Next, when the plane crash event isn't active, you'll find 5 crates in the same location where the crash would have been. Since all 5 are clustered together, you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least 1 map from them, along with some decent loot. In conclusion, we managed to find 5 maps from the 19 crates we looted in Layali, which gave us better odds than Zero Dam. And before we move on to Brakkesh, let's take a quick moment to hear from today's video sponsor. Struggling with high ping, lag spikes, or low FPS in Delta Force? You're not alone. These issues can be the difference between victory and frustration. But what if I told you there's a simple fix? Meet LegoFast, the official game booster for Delta Force. I've been using it for a while, especially when recording content for the Chinese version of the game. Normally I get over 250 milliseconds, but with LegoFast I can cut that down to 90, all with just 1 click. No more packet loss, no more server lag, just smooth gameplay. But that's not all. LegoFast boosts your FPS by optimizing your system, and even allows you to overclock your GPU, while allowing you to switch servers to any region effortlessly. Just pick your preferred server and node, hit boost, and you're set. And here's something console players will really appreciate: the interactive overlay map. It shows spawn points, loot locations, and extractions for every operations map, including tougher ones like Space City and Brakkesh. Whether you're just starting out on console or grinding on PC, this tool makes navigating the battlefield so much easier. LEGO Fest isn't just for Delta Force. It works with thousands of PC and console games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Valorant, Apex, Marvel Rivals, Counter-Strike, and many more. So no matter what you play, LEGO Fest has you covered. Want to try it for yourself? Grab the free trial using the link in the description or pinned comment, and use code DASH for 30% off when you subscribe. Big thanks to LEGO Fest for sponsoring today's video. Next we have Brakkesh, which contains 16 field supply crates in total. The first 2 crates are located inside Babel Tower, so I've included the path from the entrance leading to the first one. Treasure crate number 8 is also found here. The second crate, however, is much further in the back, so I can't show the full path for that. Still, if you follow the landmarks I highlighted, you should be able to reach it easily. And if not, don't worry too much. Missing just 1 crate isn't a big deal since there are 14 more you can loot across the map. There are also some restrictions for the next 3 crates, as you'll need an engineer to cut through the fence in order to access them. The next few crates don't really need much explanation, so let's fast forward to the important ones. The last 2 crates in Brakkesh will once again require a recon operator to unlock. Out of all 16 crates in Brakkesh, we only managed to pull 3 maps, which isn't great, but it does seem to be the average margin we're seeing here. Now, let's move on to Space City. Some of you might not expect to find treasure maps there, but you actually can pull maps for all 3 main maps from Space City, even though we won't be seeing a treasure crates event there in the upcoming weeks. Space City only has 8 field supply crates, but the number of maps I pulled from them was honestly shocking. Some crates even dropped not just 1, but 2 maps. That makes Space City, in my opinion, the best map for farming treasure maps. I was playing on normal difficulty as usual, and if you're heading to Space City specifically to farm maps, I recommend looting the 4 crates in the rocket launch area and the one in the test range near the bagless extraction. That way you can run bagless by just bringing a good chest rig with some cheap gear and a budget weapon. By the end, I was able to pull 9 maps from just 8 crates, which honestly felt a little illegal. So if you found this guide helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share your own treasure hunting experiences in the comments. Until next time, take care and happy gaming!